You know, a lot of the common shit you're gonna hear in the self-improvement space, in the men's health space, the fitness community, is that, you know, no fap is, you know, you need to get no fap because masturbation is killing your gains. And it's like the most popular thing you hear about in self-improvement. Like, when you want to start becoming a better man, the first thing people are gonna tell you is get on no fap. And I am trying to cut through the noise of this whole self-improvement space, this whole men's mental health space, because when I watch these guys telling you what you should do as a man to improve, I look at them and I go, where have you actually, like, really fucking gone through something? Because a lot of them, they get in shape and they just start posting videos, talking the talk, but I don't see them walk the walk. And I feel like I'm somebody who tries my best to walk the walk. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, and you should not take my advice or what I tell you 100%. If it inspires you, good. But these aren't laws to live your life by, because I'm on the same journey as you. But from my experience, when I needed help, when I needed to know what to do to get to the next level as a man, I was always handed some bullshit advice. Oh, you're not leveling up because you're not on NoFap. You want me to be honest with you? I don't fucking do NoFap. Now, I'm not wanking it like a fucking monkey every day, every week, or every month. But I'm not saying I'm perfect either. The bullshit people spread in this community is not the shit that's actually going to break you through to that next level. That's actually going to help you level up and become a man you admire. Yeah, stop wanking your fucking meat. That's gonna do something for you. Yeah, it is. It is. You get rid of that instant gratification. You actually build up some sexual desire in you, which you can transmute into an area of your life, right? If you feel like you don't have motivation or energy or drive in an area, well, you transmute that sexual energy into that area. But that's gonna be, honestly, the least of your worries. Because when it comes down to actually breaking through to that next level, actually, like, destroying that part of you, that little bitch part of you, that part of you that you want to get rid of, that darkness, what must happen is you will come to a fork in the road in these situations. And whether you fucking masturbated yesterday or not, it's not going to change a thing. What truly fucking matters is how easy do you tap out? How easily do you give up? When life gets hard, when the pain gets strong, when your problems become bigger, when the adversity becomes stronger, when the resistance of the path you're on has more friction, what do? Do you fucking push through that shit? Do you get harder when your problems get stronger? Right? Do you keep going when the resistance becomes more? Do you not give up even when you feel like, oh, there's no fucking way I can push past this? Or do you just fucking tap out easily? Do you give up? Do you rationalize? Do you settle? Do you stay comfortable? Because that's what a lot of people do. And it's that one small decision that actually will make the biggest change in your life. When you come to that fork in the road, when you're faced with a problem, do you decide to choose the path of resistance, the path of growth, that yes, it's going to be hard, it's not going to feel good? Or do you settle for what you've achieved so far and you back off a little, you give up, you go slower, you rationalize with yourself? That's what's truly going to make the difference in your life as a man. If you're at a point where you want to create that change, man, you hate your current life, man. Maybe you hate it. There's something about it you don't like. You don't have that confidence, right? You don't feel good about yourself when you wake up. You don't truly love the way you live your life. You don't love the body in the mirror. You don't love the man you've been living as. Maybe it's even external things. Like, you don't like your friends, man. You don't get the respect you feel like you deserve. People don't remember your name, right? When you go out, they don't even look at you. They don't even say, like, you get what I'm saying? If you feel that type of way, man, and I'm saying that because I used to feel that type of way just a couple of years ago. I used to feel like a ghost in this world. Like no one cared, no one respected me. No one would remember me. And it's because I sided with comfort every single time. Every single time I wanted to become better. And life gave me the gift of adversity, of struggles, of battles. I went down that route a little, but as soon as it became what I felt like was too much, I gave up. But that right there, that is the ending of the level. At the very end of each level you are at in life, it becomes the hardest. Right? Because you have to face that final boss. And the only way to get to the next one is to defeat that final boss. Or else you're going to respawn back at the start and stay on level 1 your entire life. Now you can go that route. You can easily go that route and become an above average man. That's what a lot of these self-improvement people do. They go that route. They face a little adversity. They become a little bit better. But they really don't try to unlock their true potential. And that is unlocked by understanding this body right here is your vessel. It is your vessel to expand your mind. When it feels like this body's gonna give up, when you feel like you can't push it any farther, you know, when you're running, when you're hitting the gym, when you're doing any hard physical task, and every single fucking molecule inside of you is telling you there's no way you can go any further. There's no way you can do this. Everything's burning, everything's tired, you feel like you're gonna throw up. But you push through that. That is how you expand this mind. That is how you expand your consciousness. Positive thinking, positive thoughts, positive beliefs about yourself can only be created through positive action. And so realize the gift of this body. Realize this body is here for you to grow. And your level of success in life will never exceed your level of personal development. The only way to personal develop is through this body. It's by seeing what it's truly capable of as a man. What's that one quote? It is a shame for a man to go his whole life to never see what his body is truly capable of. That's by one of those philosophers. I love that quote, man. Because when I look at this body, you know, I love to be aesthetic and look good and feel good and have people say, like, you look sick. But what I love even more about it is that it allows me to grow my mind. Let me share with you guys a story. And you might already know what's going on, you know, recently in my life. Maybe you watched the last PR talk. But I've been in prep for bodybuilding. You know, I've been doing bodybuilding for a while. It became my obsession a year and a half ago. Mainly because I never played sports in high school. I never played a sport in high school. And so when senior year hit, I was just skinnier than everybody. I had no confidence. I felt like shit. Girls treated, like, I got no respect from girls. So I was like, I gotta start working out. So I got into it. And then I did my first bodybuilding show last year and I got obsessed. I loved it. I loved the journey towards the stage. And then I spent time growing, and I just did my second bodybuilding show ever last week. And again, like I said, I've been in prep for 4 months. And it was getting very fucking hard during the end. Like the final weeks before stepping on stage. And you can even go watch the show vlog. The first thing I started that video out with is, I'm gonna do this show and quit bodybuilding. Every single day, I thought about quitting. Every single day, I thought about giving up. Every single day, I wanted to tap out. And I started to rationalize. I started to choose the side of tapping out. I started to go down the wrong fork in the road of comfort, of settling for what I have attained, for the growth I have made, which, yes, I am grateful for. But what is the point of life, right? If you always choose to side with a little bit of growth, you know, with a little bit of discomfort, right? When there's another path that you can achieve your potential on. Yes, it requires some more fucking adversity, some more problems, some more mental resilience, some more pain. But that route isn't gonna kill you. It's not gonna fucking kill you. And it's not gonna make your life any worse. There may be moments throughout that journey where you feel like You know, your life is worse, where it sucks, and if you go on this route, it may have been easier, it may have been better, maybe you could have made the same growth. But the depth of your struggle will always be the height of your success, so it's quite literally impossible for you to grow as much on this path over here of least resistance than this path over here that brings the most amount of problems. That makes you feel like giving up every single fucking every single second, every single nanosecond. That's how you know you're on the right path. But I didn't realize that at first, so I kept telling myself I'm done with the next bodybuilding show. Because my original show was October 5th, in like 2 weeks from now. And so we decided to do this one as like a warm-up, you know, just to get like some stage presence and see what the judges were saying, just so we could fucking crush this one. That was the whole plan the whole time. And then once I got done with the show, I mentally tapped out. I mentally gave up. I started to eat more food. When I got back home, I went shopping and I bought all the foods. I was like, yeah, I bought all the foods that I can't eat on prep. And for a day or two, I started to eat those foods. You know, I still got up with my time, did my cardio, did my workouts, did everything I needed to do, but I wasn't fully fucking invested because of the adversity and the problems I was facing. My problems got bigger. I felt like my body was gonna give up. I felt like I was destroying my body. And then I started to feel tired. Back on Monday, I felt tired. 2 days after my show when I got home, I felt tired. Now, I'm not a person who feels tired. I'm constantly wired. I'm constantly loving life, and I always want to be up. But I felt tired. So it was noon, and I laid down to take a nap. And I was laying there. And I just had all these thoughts rushing. I started to think about everything, all of my thoughts. And I started to compare them all. You know, I was listening to the angel and the devil on my shoulder. And I was thinking about, what was I doing? Where am I going? Because I felt so lost at the time. And soon after that nap, I realized the reason I felt tired, because my consciousness was forcing me to lay down and get in tune with my thinking. Because my thinking was out of order with what I said I desire. A lot of people say they desire something, and as soon as life brings them, the gifts is what I like to call them, the opportunities, what realistically this is, what I'm talking about, the opportunities, is the problems, the struggles, the adversity, the battles you will have to face. Those are the gifts and the opportunity when you desire something. Life brings you those because the depth of your struggle is the height of your success. And if you desire something, if you desire to become successful, you will have to go through struggle. So I started to think about the opportunities life was bringing me. And I realized I was ungrateful for them. I realized I was fucking ungrateful for them. I took a step back and I said, this is exactly what you said you wanted to become. Here's the opportunity, and you're tapping out so easily. All you have to go is 3 more weeks. That's all you have to do. 21 more days. And you're giving up? What type of bitch are you? And so I realized, when you feel in a state of depression, when you feel tired, it is because your consciousness, your body's trying to get you to put 100% of your energy into your sense of just thought, of thinking, right? You have all these different senses. You have touch, you have eyesight, you have ears. What the fuck else do you have? Feeling, eyes, hearing. I don't fucking know. There's 5 of them, dude. I can't even think about them right now. But my body forced me to lay there and, you know, all of my other senses, they weren't being stimulated. And so the only sense I had was like my thoughts. And a lot of people, they run away from their thoughts. They go out on the weekends, they get drunk. They're constantly listening to fucking music and blasting music in their ears. They're constantly watching brain rot. Because when they sit down and they stare at the wall or they lay down in bed to like meditate, they can't stand what their thoughts are telling them. But the bad emotions, the bad thoughts you have, they're here for your betterment. They're notifications for self-preservation, that you're living out of alignment with what you said you want. And so I faced that darkness, man. Darkness was knocking at my door, and I opened it up. And it hurt, man, it did. Because I realized I was being a bitch. But the only way to get better is by acceptance. And so I accepted I was being a bitch, and that I was getting close to tapping out. And so exactly what I did is I got up, I wrote down my goal, I said I'm gonna do this, and I got right fucking to it. I got right back fucking to it. Because even though life was getting hard, even though my struggles were becoming so fucking large that I was having to start making sacrifices in other areas of my life, I only had to do this for 3 more weeks. And if I would have given up, if I would have tapped out, I would have never known the true capabilities of myself. I would have never gained, what this journey I put myself on could truly fucking do for me, could truly teach me. So now I'm back on it. Now I'm back on prep. I got like 15 days left to get in the best shape ever. And let me tell you what, I have never felt better on prep so far. I just ran a mile. I don't know the last time I fucking ran a mile. It took 14 minutes at a 4 mile per hour speed. But I felt like doing it. I felt like fucking doing it. I felt like making my cardio even harder. Because when you face these challenges, bro, you got to realize you only think about tapping out. You're only rationalizing. You're only becoming a bitch because you haven't pushed yourself to the next level. You haven't grown enough. You haven't personally developed enough to the point where these tasks are easy to you. And that's the only true way to level up, is when you come to that fork in the road. It doesn't fucking matter if you take a cold shower, journal in the morning, hop on NoFap. It doesn't fucking matter if you mew. It doesn't fucking matter, whatever the fuck you do. What fucking matters is your character. That's what the fuck matters. And when life tests your character, which way do you go? Do you tap out easily? Or do you just fucking work through it? Because it is impossible for you to exceed the beliefs of which you have. If you don't believe you can do something or achieve something, you can't physically fucking do it. Your mind and body will not allow you to. And the only way to expand your beliefs is by pushing through those walls. It's by facing the adversity when it becomes so strong that you think it's gonna actually fucking kill you. Because once you push past that, you prove to yourself that you are truly capable of the hardest fucking shit ever, man. And then your beliefs increase. And when your beliefs increase, your ability to create the reality and the things you want, become the person you want, are now, you now have the ability to actually do that. So it's not all these special self-improvement things you got to do. Do they help? Yeah, but these are 1%ers. And on your journey, you got to focus on what is the one small thing that's going to get the most results. The 80-20 rule, right? What's the one small thing that gets me 80% of the results? I'll tell you right now. It's choosing not to bitch out when life gets hard. It's choosing to go to that path of resistance because that's what you said you wanted. I got a DM from somebody. He was hitting me up about my coaching. I do fitness coaching for people, and he asked me this question. I understand the question. I understand it, but I love is not lies, and so I always got to be real. He said, I got to know what your program entails, so I can measure my level of commitment to it before I make a decision. So he told me his goals, and I was like, okay, cool, I can probably help you accomplish these. But are you motivated? I got to make sure these people are motivated and they're committed to it. Because if you're not motivated or committed to accomplish this goal, trust me, the things you're going to have to do, you're not going to do them. And then you're just wasting money and you're wasting my time and my energy because I'm going to pour myself into you to help you create this change, right? And he's like, yeah, I got to know, what's required before I can measure my level of commitment. And that pissed me off. It pissed me off. I'll be straight up honest. Not because of what he said. Not because of what he said. It pissed me off, dude. Because nobody probably ever told this dude the truth. The truth is, if you want to achieve something, you got to be able to do whatever the fuck it takes. Whatever it takes. And so if you come to me and you tell me you want this goal, I will tell you exactly what it takes. And if your motivation, if your commitment level isn't a 10 out of 10, no matter if I tell you you just got to run 1 mile a week, or if I tell you you got to do 500 push-ups a day, 10 miles a day, eat 1,000 calories, you need to be 100% committed no matter if it's that fucking easy or that fucking hard. That's the mindset you gotta have when it comes to actually making progress in life and becoming a man you admire, because at the end of the day, that's what this shit is all about, is becoming a man we admire. And the only way to do that is through the work, because the work instills the fucking worth. So a lot of these people telling you online, this is what's gonna get you confident. It's not. Just look at them. Just look at them. They're clearly little bitches. They're soft. Yeah, they're very intelligent. They know how to paint a picture and have a really good brand. But where the fuck is the men that actually really push themselves to the fucking physical extreme nowadays? That's the change I want to be, and that's the change I want you to be. Because I feel like this whole men's self-improvement and where, men are heading, it's a big bubble. It really is a big fucking bubble. Everyone's so focused on making money and becoming a business owner, but they don't care about actually becoming the man. They don't care about the characteristics. That's what the fuck I care about. People clown me that I'm 21 and I still live at home. I live at fucking home, man. Because why do I need to move? Why do I need to move? I love my mom. I take care of my mom. She loves me, man. I love this place. It's got everything I fucking need. It's quiet. I have no distractions. Eventually, yeah, I'll move. But it's like everyone's so caught up in this fucking bullshit, man. This image. But nobody actually fucking cares about the true characteristics of man. Of becoming a man. That's what the fuck I care about. And I'm telling you right now, there is no better feeling than proving to yourself that you are actually capable of doing what you thought you couldn't do. Because I thought I couldn't continue this prep. I thought I couldn't push my body harder. But here I am. I woke up today, best shape, like pretty much best shape of my life. 194, lowest weight of prep. I was stuck at like 197 that entire prep. I couldn't get down because I literally just couldn't push my diet any harder or my cardio any harder. But I broke past that brick wall at the fucking beginning of this week. My diet's it's lower calorie now. I'm even more hungry. Doing more cardio. I got 16,000 steps yesterday. Highest step day of prep yet. It was a breeze, dude. I didn't feel tired going to sleep. I felt amazing, man. And so now I've opened up so much fucking more opportunity for myself. Because of that one small decision. To continue pushing through the adversity and struggle. And breaking past that wall. And then leveling up my capabilities. To push through that. No fat didn't do that for me. It didn't. The cold shower I took this morning, it didn't do that for me. The fucking bullshit activities that you think you gotta do, none of that did any of that for me. What did that for me is actually my character getting tested. By sticking to what I said I would do. And so, set your sights on a goal that you don't believe you can achieve. Set your sights on a physical goal that you don't believe you can achieve. Because that's where the fucking real growth is going to come. That real worthiness we all crave as a man. That's where that shit is going to truly come from. Is when you put yourself through something that you say, no fucking way I can do this. So I don't know what I'll do next after the show. I wouldn't mind trying to run a marathon. I wouldn't mind doing like an Ironman or some shit. Because that shit, I don't think I could achieve that. That'd be fucking hard. And all I want to do is continue expanding my character. Because after breaking through that wall, holy fucking shit, bro. I am so fucking glad I broke through it. I'm so glad. Because I was that close to giving up. That close. I came in second in that first show. And I almost dropped out of my next one. So I worked towards this goal for weeks and months and made sacrifices. I even had to dump a girlfriend because she was stressing me out too much. And it was keeping me up and it wasn't good for my goal. I had to cut out all this other shit, make so many sacrifices. And I got to that point where I came in second. And I almost chose the fork in the road where I felt good enough. Where I felt... Where I settled. No, man. I want to see what I'm truly capable of. And I know you do too. So never settle for anything less than number fucking 1. And getting number 1, that shit's gonna be fucking hard, bro. When it comes to any physical challenge, getting number 1 in a bodybuilding show, getting number 1 in a marathon, getting number 1 in whatever fucking challenge you can go out and do, that shit's gonna be fucking hard. But yet again, what do you gain? What do you lose first off? What do you lose? Fuck, man. You lose that bitch inside of you. You know, you might lose some weekend outings, you might lose some friends, you might lose a girl you're dating too or some shit. These are all things that you can go and gain again. The true shit you gain is these characteristics that will last with you forever. You gain these experiences that will stick with you forever. And the only person you're ever gonna have is you. Because everyone around me, bro, what they were telling me when I was saying I think I want to stop, I want to tap out, they agreed. They said, yeah, you should do that. Nobody pushed me. Nobody said, no, you said you're gonna do this, stick to it. It was all just yes people around me. And the majority of the time, that's how people are going to be. They'd be like, yeah, do what you want to do. And so if you cannot be that individual to say, no, stop being a bitch. No, push through it. No, you got more in you. You got more potential. You're only actually fucking using up 10% of your potential, Ryan. There's not going to be many people like that out there. And so you got to be that individual. You gotta be real with yourself, man. Yeah, man, just... There's nothing worse than just fucking... unachieved potential. Really. There's nothing worse than unachieved potential. Because I'm sure you can look back at your life, because I know I can look back at mine the past couple of years, and look at all these forks in the road where you could have pushed through, stick to it, gone the route that would have caused more resistance but would have brought more growth. But you probably went the route of least resistance many more times. And so the thing you gotta understand is you missed out on so much compounding interest. Because the more times, the quicker you can go through the right fork in the road. Let's call the right fork in the road the fork in the road that has the most resistance, right? The fork in the road where you don't truly believe you can actually push through it and do that shit. And that it's gonna like kill you or ruin your life. And the other fork in the road, the left one, is like the least resistance, where you can tap out, you give up, it's more comfortable. There's a little bit of fucking growth, but it's not even close to what you could truly actually achieve, your true potential. right? Many times you probably, went down this route, the left route, 75% of the time. Then there's some times you went down this route. Now, what if you would have gone down the right fork in the road 100% of the time? Think about where you would be at now. You'd be levels ahead. Levels of fucking ahead. So far fucking ahead. And so now you would be on level fucking 20, facing big, massive problems that bring so much more growth, and, you would be able to create so much more in your reality, You would be able to manifest the things you truly want in your fucking reality. And you would also live just a better experience as a man. At the end of the day, life is an emotional experience. So how you feel about yourself, your emotions, man, the characteristics of what you walk around with, like, those are the most important things. They really are. So you could be levels ahead. And so make the decision today to always choose that route. To not give up when it gets hard. To not tap out, man. See what you're truly capable of. This is a thought I had in the gym a couple weeks ago when I was really going through it, when it was really getting hard. There was times where days I felt like my body was gonna fall apart, where I literally thought, like, dude, I might fucking die doing this shit, just because I was like so tired. Right? My body was so tired. I felt like I couldn't move some days, right? And I thought to myself, like, this shit ain't gonna kill you. Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever read David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me book. I read that shit 3 years ago, one of the best books ever, especially because he only grew up an hour away from me. So it was super inspiring. When I read his book and what he went through, I don't know if you guys know the story. I'm probably gonna butcher it, but like, he ran like 100 miles with like not a lot of experience running, whatever you call these, these 100-mile races. And I think he like broke bones in his body, and he was like fucking shitting out blood and pissing out blood and all these fucking things, where his body was literally telling him, give up, give up, give up. Where, if he would look at his body and feel his body, he'd probably think to himself, holy shit, I'm gonna kill myself doing this. But he just kept pushing. When his muscles, when his body was giving up, I'm sure his mind was also giving up, but he chose that right fork in the road every single time. Right? He had the thoughts coming in from the left fork, telling him, no, come this way, go this way, this is the way you gotta go, you gotta give up now. You're gonna fucking kill yourself if you keep going. You're gonna get sick. This is gonna happen. The demons were talking to him. Devil on his shoulder, trying to get him to bitch out. But he pushed through that wall, and he went the right, down the right fork. And he broke through many fucking barriers on that run. He just kept growing and growing and growing. And every time he faced the next level, he just kept pushing through it. And look at him. He finished that race completely fine. He pushed his body to the absolute extreme, but he didn't die. He actually grew so fucking much from that. And so if you truly want to grow as a man, you literally have to see how close you can get to death with your body. And I know that may sound extreme, but I make it sound extreme because if I make it sound like small to you, then that's the limitation of where you're gonna think to, right? And I always say you fall short of your goals, and really we fall short of everything. And so I want to make it extreme for you, because if I set it right here, you're gonna go to right here. If I set it right here, you're gonna go to right here. So push your body to what you don't think it's capable of, man. Because that's the only true way to truly fucking grow. Okay, guys? I love y'all. I really do. And thank you for some of the people coming to my DMs and my comments saying, like, keep pushing through this. Like, keep doing it. Don't tap out. Because without y'all, again, nobody around me in real life told me to keep going. Some of you guys online, you got into my mind, and it's good. So I'm continue pushing. And that's what I do these videos for, to create a community of people to push each other. Because we need each other, man. We do. We all need each other. So that's the fucking PR talk for today. it is time to go do some more fucking cardio. We gotta get absolutely fucking shredded. Peace out.